Bam! Welcome in, everybody, to Same But Different Reviews. My name is Brody. I'm here with my brother and co-host, Derek.
What's up? Welcome to the Boy Zone. It makes sense with the shirt I'm wearing.
How's everybody doing? You doing well? That's amazing news. We are here to review the new Mean Girls movie. Mean Girls, based on the Broadway play musical Mean Girls, based on the movie Mean Girls, based on the book of a different title.
Is it based on a book too?
Yeah, but I forget what it's called. It's not Mean Girls.
Is it Confessions of a Teenage Drama Queen?
Plastic High School Canyon.
We'll go with that.
We're going to review Mean Girls, so strap right in while we talk at you. You're going to start us off?
This is the first time I've actually written at length, like goods and bads.
All right. I want to hear it.
You kind of opened already with what I was going to say. We have the original movie. Then we got the Broadway musical. Now we have the musical movie based on the Broadway musical that was based on the original movie. That just makes me sigh. It's just like what barrel are we scraping the bottom of to come up with movie ideas now? You know what I mean? And as unnecessary as the film seems, there are some very good elements to this movie. It's not completely written off in my mind. I think no matter what, I'm going to consider it unnecessary. But there is some good to be had. So let's go through the strong aspects of this film.
Okay.
I think Renee Rapp, who played Regina George, she played a better Regina George than Rachel McAdams. Don't get me wrong, Rachel McAdams did a wonderful job and is iconic.
I'm on an all-carb diet. God, Karen, you are so stupid.
But the feeling of being a bully and being just a very mean girl, right down to her microisms of like moving her neck a certain way, I just was like, oh, you're the worst. I didn't get that with Regina George half the time. Regina George was like a prissy, spoiled brat. This girl was mean. So I think she played it better.
That's mind-boggling.
Did you just say mind-boggling?
Yeah, mind-boggling. You know, when things are so crazy, it gets your thoughts all trapped like in a bottle.
Yeah, hot take.
I would say so.
I would say about 70% of the music we heard and the little dance breaks that we got were enjoyable, were fun. The other 30% was kind of really garbage. They were forcing lines to be together that didn't belong together, like rhyming wise, even like rhythm wise. It was weird sometimes. And there were some times where it would break out into song for maybe 20 seconds and then just we're done with that. It was really dumb. It was weird in that way. And Victoria described it in a certain way where like they had a scene where the script might have not been that strong and they're like, you know what, let's just sing this and cover up the fact that it's a bad script. And then that you got a shitty song instead.
Yeah.
The casting, I think, in general was well done. Like I said, I like Renee Rapp. I think Andrew Rice played an excellent innocent Cady. Where it fell short, and this is in my bad column, is when she turned into the mean girl and became bitchy Cady. I just don't think Andrew Rice has the look or the personality to do that. I just didn't believe it at all. Another example of really good casting is the parents. Casting Jenna Fisher for Cady's mom. They looked like mother and daughter. Busy Phillips. Perfect. Also Busy Phillips. Killed it. And then, of course, we have, I'm blanking on names, I'm sorry, the returning teachers.
Tina Fey and Tim Meadows.
I want my baby back, baby back, baby back. I want my baby back, baby back, baby back. I want my baby back ribs.
Thank you. We have Tina Fey and Tim Meadows coming back, reprising the roles, adding a layer to their relationship, which was really cool.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Audibly in my seat, I was like, aw.
Yeah,
Nice.
I think I'm pretty sure I did the same thing.
Another really good note, I think, overall, is that it easily transitioned a 20-year-old depiction of high school into modern day. That's a positive because I don't think there was much discrepancy, but because there was not that much discrepancy between what was 20 years and what was today, feeds into why it was unnecessary. Those are my positives. None of the positives justify or is enough to make the rinse and repeat feeling go away while watching this movie. Negatives: wasn't nearly as funny as the original. I think that is heavily to do with the fact that this one, they tried to stay inside of a PG-13 bubble.
PG-13, please.
Whereas the previous movie, the original movie, really pushed the envelope on what they said and what they could do. And maybe that's a sign of the times, but it added to the humor.
Yeah, I mean, fugly slut just sounds better than fugly cow.
Also, as much as I love Anjali Rice, I would not have cast her in the lead of a musical. Like, her voice was not strong at all. It was mousy, it was reserved, it was completely overshadowed by everybody else in the movie, and she's supposed to be the lead. I just feel like she was outshone by everyone else.
Yeah, I think, God, would it have been amazing if Janice, the girl who played Moana, was the star, because that woman's got pipes.
Yes, so good.
Nice pipes, Tamika.
Anjali Rice being the weakest part of the entire cast, being the protagonist, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense. She sounded like she went to like a local theater production of Annie once. Like, she could sing. She's not bad.
No.
But it just wasn't. Everyone else was Broadway mind-blowing, and she was just like somebody in your music class who could sing.
Just that girl who breaks out into song whenever she wants, and you're like, oh,
Yeah, or
stop.
karaoke's when everyone's having fun, and she just tries so hard.
That's exactly what that is. The actress who played Karen, let's talk about that, because Amanda Seyfried's Karen in the original one, belly aching so funny. This actress, I don't know if it was the lines she was given or how she delivered them, maybe a mixture of both, but wasn't funny at all. Some of the lines got a little giggle out of me, but like every time she had the stinger of the joke, it was like, what? It was dumb.
I was reading a lot of reviews that agree with you on that. They really didn't like Karen. I did.
Yeah, I think she did a fine job.
I think she did a great job. She might have been one of the better parts of the whole movie, in my opinion.
I think she got one of the best songs and dance numbers. I just think like her, I just think that the lines she was given were zero funny. That's all I have to say. Those are my negatives. It's worth a watch on streaming service. I wouldn't go out to pay for this movie if I could go back and know what I know now. I'm going to give it a middle of the road rating. It's going to be a 5 out of 10 for me. 5 out of 10 burn books.
I think that's generally better than a lot of the user reviews I was reading, so.
What'd you think, bro?
This is going to be a kind of a back and forth review of did he like it or not, and I'm not going to tell you till the end. But ultimately, this was a shot and a miss. They tried for something, and I almost appreciate the attempt, because there was a lot that went into the creativity behind this. Can't shy away from that, but it just, in the grand scheme of things, it missed. It tried to be larger than life. It tried to be hilarious. It tried to have style. It tried to be relevant culturally. It didn't succeed in a lot of those ways. It was cool. Like, set design, costume design, colors, editing, a lot of the stuff was really cool. But there were just so many flaws surrounding what they were trying to get at here as well. I think that the plastics weren't mean or plastic enough.
Oh, good call. Except for Renee, I disagree with that, but okay.
Well, that's my next point, is we disagreed on her too. I just found like they were decent. They were just decent other people in your school. Like, they didn't really stick out the way they did in the first movie. And I tried to go through this movie not comparing the two of them, but it's about the the plastics. They should be those wild, feral animals. And even the song about the apex predator, what did she do? She just moved a girl so she could sit on this guy's lap? Like, it wasn't anything fierce or scary. Renee Rapp did a great job with the acting and with the singing, but I don't think she ever really reached Queen Bee bitchy mean girl status to me. I always felt like we were being led into her world and that she has a reason and a rhyme for her motives and stuff, and it just never really struck me as the mean girl. It paled in comparison to Rachel McAdams, in my opinion.
Paled.
I think Renee Rapp did a great job. I don't know if it's the writing of the movie or just how they decided to portray how careful they were being now that this is 2024 or something. It didn't work for me in the full extent of how horrible Regina should be. They just almost justified her coldness as just like she's complicated, and you don't want to know that till the end. You want to just hate her throughout, I guess. I don't know. Character of Aaron was a huge downgrade. He was kind of even dumb in the first one, but he was a horrible, stupid addition to this, and their chemistry was non-existent. Also, Aaron was the worst part of the movie acting-wise. He was a terrible actor.
Agreed.
Terrible.
Agreed.
Terrible. I also disagree with you about Anjali Rice. I don't think she did that good of a job. Like, I had no issues with her, but until you just like praised how she did such a good job as Innocent Cady, I'm like, nah.
Okay.
Casting her as the lead in the musical and the acting and the looks, everything about her casting was wrong. It was all over the place, editing and style-wise, which was a lot of fun a lot of the time, but it was also really jarring. I know they were trying to capture what a Broadway musical looked like. Lighting, costumes, camera, all this and that. And it was cool, but it was also like, sometimes it's like, oh, now it's black and white and French. Oh, now it's slow motion. Oh, now it's pastel in a hallway with confetti. Like, it was just all over the place. I really did enjoy Damien and Janice. I thought they were strong throughout. There were a couple of fun songs, but I'm the opposite of you, where I would say 30% of the music was good and 70% of it wasn't. All of it just felt really, really underwhelming. As a musical, for the music to be the worst part of your movie, that's a huge miss. That's a huge flaw. Regina's song at the party was probably the coolest part of the whole movie.
Yes, with the shadows and the people moving.
The shadow and the slow motion and like the big boom coming in and the drop and all of that was really, really cool. There was just, I'm so all over the place with how to review this one, and I've actually been struggling since I watched it, thinking, how am I going to rate this? I think because I had pretty low to no expectations for this movie initially, I was able to find myself enjoying it. Even when I was criticizing it, I was still having fun doing it, and I think that goes a long way. I gave it 6 burn books out of 10.
It's weird. You talked about it more harshly than I did, but I rated it more harshly.
As soon as you said 5, that's what I realized. Yeah. Hey, have you seen Mean Girls? Do you plan on it? Why? Why not? What did you think? What did you not think? If you haven't seen it, tell us what you watched last weekend.
Regardless, you should be commenting on our videos, you fugly cows.
Yeah. We will be back next week, obviously, but we haven't decided yet. With the Oscar nominations being released, we would like to watch some of the Oscar movies. You're in for a surprise because we don't even know what we're going to watch yet. So we'll figure something out and we'll come back, and that's going to be what happens. As always, if you enjoyed our video or you didn't enjoy it, definitely comment. You'd probably need to enjoy it to like, but you should do that as well. Share, subscribe, go tweet it or go X it.
Yeah, even, you know what? Record our recording on your phone and share that. I don't care.
Yeah, put us on your Snapchat story.
Oh, do that. Do you still use Snapchat? I hate Snapchat.
I use Snapchat with Aaron, and that's it.
I got rid of it a couple years ago, and I've never looked back, and I've been living free.
We have a 112-day streak, so I can't get rid of it now. It's the most commitment I've ever had in my life.
That's very important. That's very important.
Yeah. Everybody, thanks for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, and go see Mean Girls if you haven't.
Yeah, do it.
Bye.